This is the second meditation for Good Friday. The reading is John's Gospel, chapter 19, verses 29 to 30. Jesus responds to his mother and the others standing by the cross. He is given a drink and dies. This meditation doesn't finish in the normal way. It finishes with a silence that you can stay with as long as you find appropriate. As we settle into focusing on this passage, let yourself return in your memory to where the previous meditation of Jesus' trial and crucifixion have left you. Take your stone in one hand and your cross in the other. Notice your feelings, those that are drawing you back into this time, and those that are unsure, perhaps even seeking to draw you away. Quietly acknowledge them. And then focus on your desire to be with Jesus, asking for God's grace to help you at this, so that you can be with Jesus in his crucifixion and death. Reading from John's Gospel, chapter 19, beginning at the second part of verse 25. Standing near the cross of Jesus were his mother and his mother's sister, Mary the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing beside her, he said to his mother, "Woman, here is your son." Then he said to the disciple, "Here is your mother." And from that hour the disciple took her into his own home. After this, when Jesus knew that all was now finished, he said, "I am thirsty." A jar full of sour wine was standing there, so they put a sponge full of the wine on a branch of hyssop and held it to his mouth. When Jesus had received the wine, he said, "It is finished." Then he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. Jesus hangs on the cross, on this instrument of torture and execution. He is suspended among criminals, enduring the agony of nails piercing his hands, his feet, as they carry his weight. There is no comfort here, no respite, no escape. And Jesus chooses not to draw upon his godly powers. There is to be no miracle, no dramatic action, no teaching about the kingdom of God. He hangs on the cross. and yet he offers an extraordinary concern for those who are watching him. Standing near the cross of Jesus were his mother's sister, Mary the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing beside her, he said to his mother, "Woman, here is your son." Then he said to the disciple, "Here is your mother." Notice what strikes you about Jesus' compassion at this point. How do you understand it? How are you challenged by it? I am thirsty. In your mind's eye, watch as Jesus is offered the sour wine and takes it in from the sponge. Watch as he gasps, "It is finished." Bows his head, gives up his spirit. Stay with the silence of death.